Well,
hey, guess what? Here we are again.
One more time.
Thanks for tuning in again, joining us again. That's right. It's our second week in a row where we're going to be watching some more of our chat with the Fab Five, discussing one of our movie picks. When this week
is your pick. My pick, his pick.
I picked Tourist Trap. So you're going to have some fun watching our discussion, going back and forth with the Fab Five about Tourist Trap. But other than that, I think we have a movie tonight too.
We have another movie tonight.
We don't know what it is though. It's like
we don't know. It's going to be a mystery movie to us.
Yeah, I hope it has something to do with the trap or a tourist.
Something.
I'll
throw some.
Yeah, because you know what Elvis said. I'm caught in a trap. Can't walk out.
It'll be another excursion into our usual sample of cinematic excellence. So let's go straight to it and come back after Act 1, and we'll more conversation with the Fab Five.
Do you know something that we don't know?
Got a smooth delivery.
I know many things you don't know.
Oh, he does.
Greetings, my friend. We are all interested in the future, for that is where you and I are going to spend the rest of our lives. And remember, my friend, future events such as these will affect you in the future. You are interested in the unknown, the mysterious, the unexplainable. That is why you are here. And now, for the first time, we are bringing to you the full story of what happened on that fateful day. We are giving you all the evidence based only on the secret testimony of the miserable souls who survived this terrifying ordeal. The incidents, the places. My friend, we cannot keep this a secret any longer. Let us punish the guilty. Let us reward the innocent. My friend, can your heart stand the shocking facts about grave robbers from outer space? All of us on this earth know that there is a time to live and that there is a time to die. Yet death is always a shock to those left behind. It is even more of a shock when death, the proud brother, comes suddenly without warning. Just at sundown, a small group gathered in silent prayer around the newly opened grave of the beloved wife of an elderly man. Sundown of the day, yet also the sundown of the old man's heart. For the shadows of grief clouded his very reason. The funeral over, the saddened group left the graveside. It was when the gravediggers started their task that strange things began to take place.
15 to 4. Yep, right on schedule. There's the old San Fernando Valley out there now.
You better radio in for landing instructions, Danny.
Right, Jeff. Burbank Tower, this is American Flight 812. Over. Wouldn't surprise me any if he's asleep this time of the morning.
American Flight 812, this is Burbank Tower. If I were asleep, you'd never get on the ground. In your case, maybe I ought to leave you up there for good. Over.
You got me that time, Mac. This is American Flight 812 requesting...
Burbank Tower to American Flight 812. Over. Burbank Tower to American Flight 812. Over.
Holy mackerel.
Burbank Tower to American Flight 812. Are you in trouble?
Trouble?
Take a look for yourself.
What in the world?
That's nothing from this world.
Burbank Tower to American Flight 812. Are you in trouble? Are you in trouble?
Mayday, mayday. Stand by, Burbank Tower.
You suppose a passenger saw it?
I doubt it. Most of them are asleep. But it was quite a jolt, Jeff. I'll check.
Good. We'll get it ready for landing. And keep it quiet until we get instructions.
Right.
Okay, Danny.
American Flight 812, reporting to Burbank Tower. Over.
Did you hear anything?
I thought it did.
Don't like hearing noises, especially when there ain't supposed to be any.
Yeah, sort of spooky like.
Maybe we're getting old.
Whatever it is, it's gone now.
That's the best thing for us, too. Gone.
Yeah, let's go.
Of his wife's death became greater and greater agony. The home they had so long shared together became a tomb, a sweet memory of her joyous living. The sky to which she had once looked was now only a covering for her dead body. Flowers she had planted with her own hands became nothing more than the lost roses of her cheeks. Confused by his great loss, the old man left that home, never to return again.
I have to do a strip. I'm going to do a strip tease here real quick. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
So
All
this
right.
way we can get to our second movie.
Oh, hell yes.
There you go.
Hey, that's a
Dude,
cool
I am
I'll
so
keep your
freaking
fingers out,
jealous.
So we're going to go with our
Wow.
second choice, which was Trip's pick.
Yes.
And I have to tell you, my wife was very impressed because this is her favorite movie. And so it's Stephen King's favorite movie, too. One of his favorite movies. If you had read the book
Yes.
Dance Macabre, he had mentioned,
You
this
cannot
movie
go
very
wrong
highly.
with Tourist Trap.
So we're going, yes, with Trip's pick of Tourist Trap. So, and I will ask you, and I'll be very kind, being that you're a fellow Bengals fan, and being I like this movie, why this one, Triv?
And may I, just before you go,
Uh-oh.
I beg you to tell me you like this movie. Please tell me you like this movie. Please, I beg you. If you hate the movie, lie and tell me.
and let me tell you why we're saying this, because we had somebody pick a movie, and usually people pick a movie because they like it
Isn't this 3?
Yeah, we're up to 3 now.
Somebody picked a movie, and we were all ready to say, okay, this is a great movie, and the guest tore it apart, and that's the first time we ever had anybody pick a movie because they hated it.
And Jack, we actually had a guest pick a movie that they had never seen.
Yeah. So please, tell us that you've seen this. I know you have, and you like it.
The movie, it's got a special place in my heart when it comes to, when you're growing up and first starting to watch spooky movies. I'd probably seen this when I was 10 or 11 years old. This probably is what started my mannequin phobia and also suffocation phobia.
Wait.
The movie's got the creep factor, it's got a grindhouse factor, it just has everything. It's got hot babes, it's got one of the hottest babes of all time, and it's just, I can't say enough about the movie, and the acting was good, most of it.
He's pointing at me, I didn't say anything.
Because compared to Flesh Eater, it's one of those movies, it's one of those movies I can watch over and over and over again. Never get bored of it. I put it on the list all the time for our events.
It does.
Never wins.
Never wins.
And I voted for it several times.
It just I don't know. I mean, it just has everything that I look for in a spooky movie. It's just got a certain feel to it. It's very atmospheric, and it's got. I love the characters in it. Chuck Connors, I think, played a great creepy bad guy. And again, like I said, the girls were good looking, so they had good looking girls. They didn't even have to get naked. They were good looking, sexy women.
They got a little bit naked.
A little bit. They
didn't get Heinz.
But again, the creep factor, the mannequins, it was very creepy. And as a kid growing up watching it, being young, scared the crap out of me. And then the putting a plaster over that woman's face till she, died. The suffocation factor, the whole thing is just a creepy movie.
There it is.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. I can't say enough about it. Every time someone says, what is one of your favorite, scary movies, I always come back and say Tourist Trap. It's always on my top list.
So you like it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Absolutely love this movie. I absolutely love this movie.
And Chuck Connors, I think Chuck Connors did a really decent job in this. I mean, I think I had heard that Jack Palance was actually considered for that role, which I could see him doing it too. But Chuck Connors wanted to do something, out of the ordinary for himself and wanted to do a horror movie, and he did this, and I think he did a great job in this film. And you were talking about the plaster. That was actually pizza dough. That was kind of weird, but
was it?
Yeah, I don't want to ruin anybody's.
Afraid of pizzas.
It wasn't really plaster.
Well, whatever. Plaster
I
pizza
didn't know
dough.
what that was. I thought it was like hot dog.
No matter what they used, she was suffocated, and it was a terrifying scene.
Yeah.
And you actually felt it.
You
felt
did.
it. You were watching.
Yeah.
You heard the heart beating.
Well, that's the part that made the difference with the heartbeat. That you almost kind of feel yourself trying to catch your breath during that scene. Very, very effective. I mean, it was really effective. All right, we're going to go around the horn again. Professor Johnny D, what'd you think of this one?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for picking a film that you like and means something to you. Thank you. We rarely get this. Because whether I like it or not is irrelevant to this show. The fact that this means something to you makes me so happy. This is what the show's supposed to be. Something that's important to you, a film that was important to you, meant something to you in your childhood, or something that you really love. So therefore, that is wonderful. So thank you very much. We rarely get this, which I thought was the point of the show. So thank you. This isn't a great movie to me, but this was a good movie. I enjoyed. The main reason I enjoyed it, because you can put Lucas McCain in anything. And what I love at the beginning, the first time we see him, don't we just see his legs and we see his rifle? You know what I mean? So I thought that was pretty cool too. So anything that if Chuck Connors is in it after the Rifleman, I'm down with anything that he does. And this was a solid movie that actually had a script and people that could act. So it's not generally my type of film, but I certainly enjoyed it. I can't say I didn't enjoy it. I like this movie, and and if Jack Palance was in it, it wouldn't have been as good for me, because I just love Chuck Connors because I'm a Rifleman fan from way back, which is really, truly one of the most underrated shows ever. You watch that show and his relationship with his son, and when he pulls that rifle out, man, it's the best. So this movie was good for me. It really was, and I really appreciate that you liked it.
Was this the first time you watched it? Was for this show?
Yeah, absolutely,
yes. First time you've seen it?
Yeah, I'd never seen it before. No, because it's not the type of movie I would search out. It really, even with Chuck Connors, it's not a movie that I would be looking for. So, but I enjoyed it. I didn't like Halloween Jack says, I wasn't scooting ahead to see how much time is left in the movie. This one was okay for me. I enjoyed it.
And I like the little references to the Rifleman, especially the part where he's going to go out and look for the girl, and he goes to grab the rifle off the wall, and she's like, "You're going to go look for him with a gun?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "Well, I guess." I mean, it was like all these little.
Yeah, clearly. And like I said, that first shot, you don't even you see the rifle first before you see him. So that was certainly intentional.
All right, vintage.
Cool.
Well, this was my first time seeing this movie, as well as Flesh Eater, by the way. And I watched this one a second time, too. It was much harder the second time to get through than the first time. I loved the Rifleman. I have the Rifleman rifle, which I've shown before. I've got the game, I've got the figures and all that upstairs in my collection. And this is just not how I want to remember Chuck Connors. It is not. There's parts of this film that just really puzzle me, and I think a lot of it has. Besides the fact he's a creepy dude with getting people to go off the side of the road, like an episode of Lucy where he puts signs and they go out, and it's the telekinesis part that really just like, what? I mean, so he's a deranged dude that makes mannequins out of people, but he also has telekinesis. Hey, sweet, man, how did you luck out? You come off as a creepy old dude because you see three girls skinny to me. Hey, how you doing? He's just going to sit down, and they're all just sitting there naked and this, and then anyway, this is not how I want to remember Chuck Connors. How does it reflect on this as a film? I have trouble with films where the actors or the characters are stupid. Okay, I mean, really,
not every horror film. What do you?
Yeah.
It's a lot of movies, man.
By the way, I'm going to side note. I forgot to mention some Flesh Eaters. The Flesh Eater. What really irritated me was that barn scene where those three girls were sitting there just screaming while the other zombies are just killing the other people, and they're still they could have been away any damn time they wanted to, but they just sat there and screamed the whole time, and until the others were, we're done eating these people, let's eat them now. Anyway, similar thing with this one. It's like the girl, she's escaped.
I feel really bad that tourist trap made him sidetrack the Flesh Eaters again.
Anyway. You have more to say.
At the funeral of the old man, unknown to his mourners, his dead wife was watching.
First his wife, then he.
Tragic.
Tell me something. Why was his wife buried in the ground and he sealed in a crypt?
Something to do with family tradition, a superstition of some sort.
Oh.
Well, it's getting dark. Let's be on our way.
Then, as two of his mourners left his final resting place, minutes later, the police, led by Inspector Daniel Clay, arrived at the scene.
Who found them?
The man and girl.
Medical examiner been around yet?
Just left. The morgue wagon ought to be along most any time.
You get their statement?
Yeah, much as we could. They're pretty scared.
Finding a mess like this ought to make anyone frightened. Have one of the boys take the guy and the girl back to town. You take charge.
Okay, Inspector. What are you going to do?
Look around a little.
It's pretty dark out there. Once you get beyond the range of those lights, you won't be able to see your hand in front of your face.
I will get one of the flashlights from the patrol car.
Okay, be careful, Clay.
I'm a big boy now, Johnny.
Oh, it looks like a bobcat tore into them.
Yeah. Say, Lieutenant, did you get that funny odor?
How could I miss it? Oh, that'll be the morgue wagon now.
That's the 5th siren in the last hour.
Something's happened down at the cemetery. A lot of police cars and lights. I stopped, but I didn't see anything. Oh, well, whatever it is, the morning paper will carry the whole story.
You seem to still be up there somewhere.
Maybe I am.
I don't think I've ever seen you in this mood before.
I guess it's because I've never been in this mood before.
Something about your flight?
Yeah.
What happened, Jeff?
I saw a flying saucer.
Saucer? You mean the kind from up there?
Yeah, its counterpart. It was shaped like a huge cigar. Dan and Edith saw it too. And when it passed over, the whole compartment lighted up with a blinding glare. Then there was a tremendous wind that practically knocked us off our course.
Well, did you report it?
Yeah, I radioed in immediately, and they said, we'll keep it quiet until you land. And as soon as we landed, big army brass grabbed us and made us swear to secrecy about the whole thing. Oh, it burns me up. These things have been seen for years. They hear, it's a fact. And the public ought to know about it.
There must be something more you can do about it.
Only there isn't. Oh, but what's the use of making a fuss? But last night I saw a flying object that couldn't have possibly been from this planet. But I can't say a word. I'm muzzled by army brass. I can't even admit I saw the thing.
Sounds like Kay's in trouble.
If that apparition we saw had something to do with it, come on.
Is he dead?
Yeah. He's messed up as bad as those two back there. Suppose that saucer or whatever it was had something to do with this?
Your guess is as good as mine, Larry. One thing's sure. Inspector Clay's dead. Murdered. And somebody's responsible.
You're in charge now, Lieutenant.
Yeah, guess I am. Galton?
Yes, sir?
Get back up the car and get on the radio. Tell the coroner he's got to make another trip out here.
Well, how about the lab boys?
Well, who do you think we left back up the car? Boy Scouts? Come on, Larry.
Greater love hath no man than to lay down his life for another. It is always difficult to have last words over the grave of a friend. And Inspector Daniel Clay was a friend, a dear friend to me and to all of us. The bell has rung upon his great career. Now we lay him to rest. A rest well deserved, but so premature.
People turning south from the freeway were startled when they saw 3 flying saucers high over Hollywood Boulevard. A woman, startled by the sight in the sky, telephones the police. There comes a time in each man's life when he can't even believe his own eyes. Saucer seen over Hollywood.
The flesh eater stuck in your mind.
Frankie P has a few thoughts on this too.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, wait to the final comments of the show. You're all gonna love that.
Do we want to let Sneaky go before Frankie, or you?
Yeah, let's Sneaky go.
All right, Sneaky, go ahead. What'd you think?
I was about Triv's age when I saw this on HBO. It was scary as hell. It freaked me out. I like it. Watching it now, like, yeah, the telekinesis, I'm like, well, where did that come from? How does he have that? And why, if you have telekinesis and you can do all these incredible things, why are you making these funky mannequins and just being a serial killer? Why not do something fun? You know, I don't get that part. I'll mention this, though. It had Tanya Roberts.
Roberts.
Wow. Wow.
You can't go wrong. That's my all-time favorite shot of Tanya Roberts.
Isn't that the guy from Flesh Eaters?
So no, I like Roberts. It. Chuck Connors, Tanya Roberts. It was scary, and like I can't remember who said it, but it's well made. It does have the kind of grindhouse exploitation sort of feel.
Yeah,
but
it's got a gritty factor to it.
Yeah, but well acted, and I mean the reveal was not much of a reveal, but you know, yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
But you're right. You're both right about the telekinesis. It would have been would have been a better movie and a creepier movie without the telekinesis.
And that was added in later. That was not part of the original idea for that film.
Seriously?
I don't know why they put that in, but speaking of Chuck Connors as the rifleman, well, it's not the rifleman, but I got my wife the like VHS edition
of this a
couple years ago, and it came with this. I'm hoping you can see that without the glare.
Oh, that's
no kidding.
It kind of reminds me of the rifleman. Wow. You know, he's holding his rifle there.
Yeah.
That's
great.
Nice, sir.
That's awesome, man.
All right, I'm gonna ask Rich. What do you think?
All right, now I gotta say I like Tourist Trap a lot, but I don't think it's scary. But I do think it's really weird, and I think I owe a lot of that to Robert A. Burns' art direction. You know, he did the art direction on the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre and The Hills Have Eyes. He was just able to capture that gritty, backwoods, nasty environment that you just don't want to go into. And I think that sold the movie. I didn't think it was scary, but it was just weird enough and odd that I wanted to watch. And with the little mannequins and stuff, and I just like, how did he come up with that stuff in his demented little mind? And I'll tell you something, Robert A. Burns, before he died, was up at Cinema Wasteland, and I wanted to go talk to him, but I was afraid of him. Just because of these movies. He looked weird, and he seemed friendly. I didn't go up and talk to him because I was actually afraid to talk to this guy. And he looked like a nice guy, but he kind of freaked me out for some reason. But Chuck Connors, I love him in The Rifleman. I love him in Branded. But I can also deal with him in this movie because he did such an awesome job. And it's something about every time I saw the overalls and those nice boots, give me that warm feeling like, yeah, that's Chuck underneath all that stuff,
Yeah.
But I didn't think that they needed to put that cheap mask on him with the mascara eye holes. That kind of was like a flashback to Texas Chainsaw Massacre that I did not need, Exactly. That looked like Lee Majors in that one. Or Fat Elvis, I don't know. But I did not need that to be creeped out. Yeah, or Jay Leno. Yeah. Kind of like a Dan Roebuck going there.
Oh my God.
But a good film. It wasn't scary, but it was freaky enough, and it was oddball enough to make me really enjoy it. I enjoyed that mask. I didn't like that one either. But how he made the mannequin's jaws open, I still don't know how he did that.
All creepy.
Yeah, it was weird, right?
I love it.
And you couldn't see it. All of a sudden, it was like,
meet my friend.
Yeah. So, but hey, but to be on his side though, I gotta tell you, he put up signs closed. They didn't have to go there. It's closed. He wasn't out the serial killer. He put signs out closed, and they still went there. So they got what they deserved.
You're gonna rush home tonight and watch both these movies, aren't you?
That's a good film, though.
Reruns. Yes, I have.
And I always voted for it whenever it was on the list, and I would like to see it on the big screen.
I would love to see it. I'm ordering the Blu-ray tonight.
I'm glad you're showing that.
A good film.
I'm glad you're showing that picture, Raul, because I got to show you. This is what a fan of this movie my wife is.
Oh, Jesus! Are you kidding me?
Nice.
Wow. No.
God bless it. I'd be kind of creeped out having that in my house.
Yeah. Well, you know what? She wants to get a mannequin too, and I draw the line at that. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I'm freaked out.
No.
Mannequins.
In our front window.
No, you're not going to have a mannequin.
But that was the sash that the first girl grabbed. That orange.
Yeah.
That orange. Yeah. Awesome.
I'm sorry, you're not getting a mannequin.
Make a deal with your wife. If the Bengals win the Super Bowl, she can get a mannequin.
Oh, you hear that? If the Bengals win the Super Bowl, well,
I'm sorry, I'm not waiting on that.
Oh. What?
Wait, hopefully you don't have to wait too long.
She said she's not waiting on that.
No mannequin for you.
Damn mannequin. You know what?
Oh, man.
I'll wake up in the middle of the night and the mannequin will be like leaning over me in bed and I'll have a heart attack. So no.
I'm telling you, that's too creepy.
Well, especially if it's seen this movie about 100 times. But
Flying saucers seen over Washington, D.C. The Army convoy moved into the field. Rockets quickly set up. Colonel Tom Edwards, in charge of saucer field activities, was to make the greatest decision of his career. He made that decision. Colonel Edwards gave the signal to fire. Swiftly as they had come, they were gone, even to the piercing eye of radar and the speeding jet fighters.
Quite a sight, wasn't it, sir?
A sight I'd rather not be seeing.
Are you worried about them, sir?
Well, they must have a reason for their visits.
Visits? Well, that would indicate visitors. The big gun's the usual way of welcoming visitors.
We haven't always fired at them.
Oh?
For a time, we tried to contact them by radio, but no response. Then they attacked a town. A small town, I'll admit, but nevertheless a town of people. People who died.
I never heard about that, sir.
Well, it was covered up by the higher echelon. Take any fire, any earthquake, any major disaster. Then wonder. Flying saucers, Captain, are still a rumor. Officially.
Looks like we beat them off again, sir.
What do they want? Where are they from? Where are they going?
They, sir? Who? Well, this is a training maneuver, sir. We only did a little practice firing at the clouds.
Yeah. I wonder what their next move will be.
What will their next move be?
Your space commander has returned from Earth.
Send him in. You have your report?
We had to pull in here to Space Station 7 for regeneration. We're returning to the planet Earth immediately thereafter.
What progress has been made?
We contacted government officials. They refuse our existence.
What plan will you follow now?
Plan 9. It's been absolutely impossible to work through these Earth creatures. Their soul is too controlled.
Plan 9. Ah, yes. Plan 9 deals with the resurrection of the dead. Long-distance electrode shot into the pineal and pituitary glands of recent dead. Have you attempted any of this plan as yet?
Yes, Excellency.
How successful has it been?
We have risen 2 so far. We shall be just as successful on more.
The living, they have no suspicion of your movements?
We had to dispose of 1 policeman. However, none of those risen have been seen. At least not by anyone who still remains alive.
It's too bad it must be handled this way. But it must. Those who we take from the grave will lead the way for our other operations.
Yes, Excellency.
Continue on. Report to me in 2 Earth days.
I feared His Excellency wouldn't take our report this well.
Well, had he been dealing with our own people, his reaction would have been completely different. He understands the difficulties of the Earth race.
What do you think will be the next obstacle the Earth people will put in our way?
Well, as long as they can think, we'll have our problems. But those whom we're using cannot think. They are the dead. brought to a simulated life by our electrode guns. You know, it's an interesting thing when you consider the Earth people who can think are so frightened by those who cannot, the dead. Well, our ship should be regenerated. We better get started.
I still think you ought to go in town and stay with your mother until I get back.
This is our home, and nothing's going to take me from it. Besides, most men try and keep their wives from going home to Mama.
That's not the point.
That's all the point there's going to be. Now toddle off and fly your flying machine, darling. But if you see any more flying saucers, will you tell them to pick another house to buzz? Be careful. Don't worry about me.
Oh, you're the only thing I do worry about. Oh, forget about the flying saucers. They're up there. But there's something in that cemetery, and that's too close for comfort.
The saucers are up there, and the cemetery's out there. But I'll be locked up in there. Now, off to your wild blue yonders.
You promise you'll lock your doors immediately?
I promise. Besides, I'll be in bed before half an hour is gone, with your pillow beside me.
My pillow?
Well, I have to have something to keep me company while you're away. Sometimes in the night when it does get a little lonely, I reach over and touch it. Then it doesn't seem so lonely anymore.
A crazy kid. I do love you, darling. See you Thursday.
Goodbye, honey.
You know I'm not leaving you here until you're locked safely inside.
All right, darling. If you're especially nice, I may even lock the side door.
And be sure you keep the yard lights on.
You're mighty silent this trip, Jeff. You haven't spoken 10 words since takeoff.
I guess I'm preoccupied, Danny.
We've got 33 passengers back there that have time to be preoccupied. Flying this flybird doesn't give you that opportunity.
I guess you're right, Danny.
Paula?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong between you two.
Oh, no, nothing like that. Just that I'm worried, she being there alone and those strange things flying over the house and those incidents in the graveyard these past few days. It's just got me worried.
Well, maybe they haven't figured out those crazy skybirds yet, but I'd give you 50-to-1 odds the police have cleared up that cemetery thing by now.
I hope so.
If you're really that worried, Jeff, why don't you radio in and find out? Mac should be on duty at the field by now. He could call Paul and relay the message to you.
Hi, Edie.
Hi, Silence. I haven't heard a word from this end of the plane since we left the field.
I've just been giving himself and me a study in silence.
You boys aren't feuding.
No, Edie, nothing like that.
Hey, Edie, how about you and me balling it up in Albuquerque?
Albuquerque? Have you read that flight schedule, boy?
What about it?
We land in Albuquerque at 4 a.m. That's strictly a 9 o'clock town.
Well, I know a friend that'll help us.
Let's have the problem first. Huh, Danny?
Oh, he's worried about Paula.
I read about that cemetery business. I tried to get you kids not to buy too near one of those things. We get there soon enough as it is.
He thought it'd be quiet and peaceful there.
No doubt about that. It's quiet all right, like a tomb. I'm sorry, Jeff. That was a bad joke. Say, I almost forgot what I came in here for. How's the coffee situation?
That's for me.
It sure wouldn't hurt a thing, Edie.
Okay, be right back. And say, Jeff, make that call to Mac.
Nah, not only she throw cold water on my Albuquerque plan, but now she's repeating herself. How about that Albuquerque ball?
I can't resist your charm, Danny boy.
Residents near the cemetery paid little attention to the blast of thunder and the flash of lightning. But from the blast arose the moving figure of the dead old man.
Hello? Who? Mac? Well, hi, Mac. Sure, I'm all right. I just fell asleep. Tell Jeff I'm all right. Okay, Mac. Thanks for calling. Good night.
They'll be at the hatch in a moment. You can open it now, Tanner. Turn off the electrodes quickly. They can't tell us from anyone else.
It's tough to find something when you don't know what you're looking for.
I don't think the lieutenant does either.
Then what are we doing out here? I was off duty an hour ago.
Oh, don't ask me any questions. I'm just a hard hand just like you.
What do you suppose that noise was?
Whatever it was, it's no more strange than the other things happening around this cemetery.
Spirits like old Farmer Calder talked about.
Well, maybe.
The only spirits he saw tonight were those I smelled on his breath.
Well, don't forget, Miss Trent claims to have seen them, too. She didn't have anything on her breath.
She was hysterical.
Well, true, she was frightened and in a state of shock. But don't forget that torn nightgown and the scratched feet.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Guess that's why you're a detective lieutenant and I'm still a uniformed cop.
Sometimes it's only the breaks, Larry. Meantime, let's get going.
Lieutenant, did you hear that?
How could we help it?
It sure was strange.
Know what it was?
No more than you do.
If it weren't for orders, I'd get out of here right now.
It was a saucer.
A flying saucer?
What makes you say that?
Do you remember the noise we heard the other night?
We were knocked to the ground. How could I forget?
Exactly. But you're not remembering that sound.
There you're wrong, Lieutenant. I'm with the fact the sound is similar, but what about the blinding light?
Well, haven't you heard? And many times the saucer hasn't had a glow. Or a light of any kind, for that matter.
That proves it. What next, Lieutenant?
Oh, Lieutenant, maybe this doesn't mean much, but Jamie and me found a grave that looks like it's been busted into.
What? Where?
Why, what?
Come on, man, out with it. We haven't got all day to waste.
Oh, just over there beyond the crib.
All right, show us the way.
Look, here it is, Lieutenant.
It's been broken into, all right.
Strange. If someone had broken in, the dirt should be piled up here somewhere. It looks like it's fallen into the grave.
Larry, you'll be out of that uniform before you know it.
Do we have the right to look down there, Lieutenant?
Technically, no.
No?
Well, this spot looks familiar, though. We shouldn't investigate any further without the permission of next of kin.
Let's go get it.
How? I see what you mean. The gravestone's down there.
Well, let's go down and find out whose grave it is.
How?
By going down and finding out.
Are you sure you mean that, Lieutenant?
If I didn't mean it, I wouldn't have said it.
Scared?
Well, why do I always get hooked up with these spook details? Monsters, graves, bodies. Oh, all right. Casket's here, but nobody's in it.
Can you read the name on the casket?
It's too dark. Give me a flashlight.
How about a match?
We sure could try it. Let me have them.
Okay.
It's Inspector Clay's grave, but he ain't in it.
All right, we're going to talk about favorite and least favorite parts here, and we'll start with Johnny D.
Well, to go along with what Johnny Vintage said, My favorite part is that Chuck Connors is in it, and my least favorite part is that Chuck Connors is in it. So I agree with Vintage. I mean, this is, you go from Rifleman to Branded, and and then seeing them like this, it's not how I want to see Chuck Connors. So I agree with Johnny Vintage completely, but at the same time, it elevates the movie for me because Chuck Connors is in it. So he is my favorite part of the movie, and he's my least favorite part of the movie. And I'll just throw this in before I go. There is not a better opening to a TV series in the history of television than the opening to The Rifleman. It is succinct, it is to the point, and that look he gives the camera, and when he flips that gun, I mean, is there a better opening ever to a TV series? I don't think there is. So that's my Chuck Connors is my favorite part, and Chuck Connors is my least favorite part.
So, did Frankie P get to say his?
Well, you forget you left poor Frank didn't get his first comment in on the movie.
All right, well, go ahead. All right. Let's do it all right now.
And by the way, it's tough, like looking at the camera and reading this at the same time because it's off to Look, back in the day, I like watching The Rifleman and syndication as a kid. I really liked Chuck Connors. Not anymore. Not after what felt like a BBC
not anymore.
Sunday night movie. The acting was fine. The production was fine. But I saw the end of the movie coming from the moment he crashed in on three skinny dipping girls, I was hoping for the flesh eater Bill Heisman to cross over into this film and bite everyone to get the movie.
He's still stuck on the flesh eater.
I'm just glad we gave you guys two movie choices tonight. At least you got one good bite. Since I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and tell you my likes and dislikes. The opening sequence was actually very cool. It left me hopeful that there would be more of that going on. What turned out to be telekinesis through Chucky's uninspired eye movements was a real blind spot disappointment for me. So, what would be the part I liked about I didn't like about the movie? The reveal. Finally, I did write this. I'm just reading it. Finally, there was more than one Chucky psycho killer in movie land. Weak and lame, and I'm really surprised Molly didn't kiss Lawson. Rating this movie gave me cotton balls. I can't give it higher than a 4. No more.
Yeah. All right, now what about you, Vintage?
There I am. I give it a 5.
You just made an enemy of my wife. She goes, "What? A 5?"
I gave it a. Hey, well, hey, it's better than a 4.
I have to tell you. I mean, when she was going to be on the show, this was going to be one of her picks.
Burnt Offering.
But now she's going to go with Burnt Offering, so we have that to look forward to.
Burnt Offering, good choice.
The whole mask thing with Chuck Connors at one point, because the mask had teeth, and then he gets down to his teeth, and then it's his upper lip that actually looks like his tongue between the mask. It was very damn distracting to me. For one thing, he looked like Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Generations, which God forbid anybody picks, and we have to sit through that because
they were calling him Plasterface. That was his nickname, Plasterface. You had that. So
I thought he looked like Jay Leno at one part with the big hair. And there's
right there.
One part where if he only had a little white stripe going up, it would have been perfect Jay Leno. And then there's a point where he was blonde and looked like he had red lips, and it reminded me of Michael Caine from at the end of Dressed to Kill.
Dressed to
Kill.
That
looks like Gilligan. That looks like he's holding Gilligan's head.
That looks like the mother from Friday 13th to me.
Hey, there you go.
This is working.
There was a scene where he was chasing the one girl, and somehow she ends up stepping into the creek, and then all of a sudden he comes up from underneath the water there. The did he get there? I mean, how did he beat her down, get into the water? She never noticed, and he just kind of surfaces out of the water and gets her there in the creek. Anyway, I have trouble with certain things in movies. That's why I gave it a 5.
Yeah,
I could have gave it a little lower, but
I think you have trouble with suspension of disbelief. That's what I think you have trouble with.
I just, I don't know. I'm just.
Remember, it's only a movie.
Oh, but,
look at his shirt, you big dummy.
All right, Sneaky.
What am I doing? Sorry, I'm laughing so hard.
Tell us, your least favorite, rate it, whatever. We're winging it tonight, so just go ahead.
Okay, well, my favorite part, Chuck Connors and Tanya Roberts.
Tanya Roberts.
No, it was a lot of good parts. I didn't like the suffocation because, like you said, you kind of. I was placing myself in that situation. That was weird.
Yeah.
I want to ask everybody while I got the floor, who the hell was that woman that was helping the girl on the bottom there? Do you guys remember? Because the girls.
I don't have no clue who she was, how it happened, and what the point was.
That was Slaughton's wife.
Yeah, vision of her, I guess.
Yeah, vision of Slaughton's wife.
But she gave her a drink.
Why? I don't know.
Well, and let me tell you, that was the director's wife. And she actually had a couple lines, and he cut him out, and she was really pissed off at him after that.
Yeah.
But was that because she gave her a drink of water? So
Oh no, that was Slaughton's wife. But I'm saying in real life, that was the director's wife, and she was supposed to have a couple lines there, and he edited it out. So she got pretty pissed off at him. I don't know if they divorced over it, but I mean,
well, something must have been missing because she's there helping the girl, and then she's gone. So that was really weird.
He edited that part, and she wasn't too happy about it. But
so she was probably going to be edited out of the whole scene because she got pissed off about having her lines taken out. He goes, all right, I'll keep this part in.
Yeah, we got telekinesis. Why not? Toss that in there.
Yeah, go ahead, Sneaky. You can rate it.
It won't hurt.
I will give it a 7 because of Chuck Connors, and if you're going to like a drive-in, or I saw it on HBO when I was young, it did what it would want to do, which it scared the hell out of me, and it was creepy, and I don't know, it has, I think Triv was saying that vibe it has. I like that, and it wasn't ultra gore, it wasn't all that bloody or anything, and I like that, so I'll give it a 7.
7. All right, and I'm going to go to the guy who picked Flesh Eaters. He's Flesh Eater, and let's see what he's going to say and rate it.
Well, like I said, whenever Tripp picks this movie, I know it's one of his favorites, I always supported it. I always voted for it, and it never won, but I always wondered why. But I think it's a good movie. I like the atmosphere. Like I said, Robert A. Burns, you're not going to go wrong with his art direction. He has that gritty feel, and sometimes just the atmosphere grabs you. And this had a lot of atmosphere. One of my favorite part about it was the mannequins, because the different ways they moved, the things they did, the ones that were animated. I mean, interesting. My least favorite part was Chuck Connor's hairdo. It's like, dude, where'd you get that page boy hairdo or whatever it was? That really scared me more than the movie. It's like the hair looked terrible. I mean, doesn't look too bad in that shot, but there was not a good hairdo for the man. I don't know if it was a wig or what, but it did not fit his head right, so that kind of scared me a little bit. But overall, like I said, it was a solid movie, a creepy movie. I wouldn't say it was scary at all. It was not scary. It may give you uneasy if you're afraid of mannequins, like if you're afraid to go to JCPenney or something like that. Where the idea for the thing was inspired by a trip to JCPenney I read. The scriptwriter went on a trip to JCPenney and he got scared of the mannequins. But I give it an 8. I think it's a classic film. Chuck Connors, bad hairdo, but what are you gonna do? Good boots. Good boots.
Good boots. All right,
good
Tim.
boots. Those boots are awesome.
Tim, you want to rate it for
I'll go
us?
with the consensus. Yeah, it's a 5 or a 6. It's good to see Chuck Connors. I respect that Chuck Connors was trying to stretch at this point in his career after the westerns had dried up. It's unfortunate that he was having personal problems and didn't do more with it than he could have. But it is what it is. It's solid entertainment.
And he went on to do Werewolf. which was a good show for its time. He played the evil werewolf. Pretty creepy in that too. So.
And his name was Gianni Scorsini.
Good stuff.
His name was Gianni Scorsini. You know where that's from? Anybody?
No.
That was the name of the vampire in The Night Stalker. That's where they got his name, werewolf. Which is another movie we're going to be reviewing soon. And Triv, being it was your pick.
Yes.
Tell us your favorite.
My favorite part of the movie, because it stuck with me, and this is what sucked me into the movie, first time watching it, was that opening scene. Telekinesis, no telekinesis, doesn't matter. That opening scene was tremendous, how to open up a movie. How that guy walked into that room, the door shut behind him, those things started to shake. He was looking through that closet, that thing popped out of the closet, scared the crap out of me the first time I saw it. And then someone grabbed his arm from the outside and the other side of the door. That whole opening scene, and then that thing flew and stabbed him in the back, and that silent, eerie silence of him arching back, and you can just slowly start hearing the blood drip. And you watch that blood start dripping down. In my opinion, one of the best ways to open any kind of a horror movie or creepy movie. That opening scene just sucks you right in. Least favorite part was when Tanya Roberts got it in the head with that hatchet.
Yeah.
I love Tanya Roberts. I was hoping to see her survive. Hot, hot, hot. She deserved a better fate, because I don't really have a least favorite part of the movie. I love the whole movie. That was disappointing to watch her. I have a biggest crush on her, and to watch her get it like that was very disheartening. And I'm not going to give it a 10. There's only one 10 in my book, and that is John Carpenter's The Thing. All-time favorite movie. That gets a 10. Only 10 that I'm ever going to give out. But
Shock Rocco.
But I'm going to give Tourist Trap a solid, because I know it could have been better, the telekinesis, whatever. I'm going to give it a solid 8.5.
John?
8.5, because, you know, I might even go with 9, but I'm going to stick with 8.5. I'm not going to, you know, just because I love the movie, give it a 9 or whatever, but 8.5.
Wow.
8.5.
By the way, that guy that played Jerry, I mean, I've never seen him in anything else except for the very last episode of MASH. He was in that. I don't know if you remember when the Hawkeye was in the you know, was the mental, you know, I don't want to call it an asylum, whatever. And there was two guys that were constantly fighting with each other, and one of them said they were Harry Truman. That's the guy that played Jerry in that movie.
Oh, wow.
As far as my favorite part,
you couldn't get Chuck Connors.
I agree with Triv, that opening. I mean, to me, that was, I mean, to me, that's what really sucked you into the whole movie. I mean, I really liked that opening a lot. I mean, another favorite part was just everything in Slauson's Oasis there. It was just, I don't know, it was just, I wish they had places like that around here. Well, they probably do. I don't know. They'll probably never come back if ever.
They're closed. Closed.
No, but I like that
visitors.
part. My least favorite part was the obvious reveal. I mean, it was no ending like The Crying Game or The Sixth Sense, and you know, you were pretty sure you knew who, you know, that was throughout the whole movie. So, I mean, I was kind of disappointed that the big reveal wasn't, you know, it's what you expected. I was hoping it wasn't going to be, but I'll give this movie, and I got to say this without her hearing because I don't want to sleep on the couch tonight. I'll give it a 9. I'll give it a solid 9. I really, you know, I had seen this movie, you know, before and really didn't get that much into it until, you know, my wife was a big fan of it, and I guess I've seen it about 100 times. Yeah, I love this movie. I really enjoy this movie a lot. So 9 for me.
Yeah, I didn't rate it, but I'll give it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Johnny D.
Yeah, I didn't. I'll give it a 4. Which is high praise for me. It really is. It's a 4 for me.
4.
5 means 5 for me means it's a good enough film. It's a fine film. It's you know, it's cool. I can watch it. It's okay. It doesn't thrill me. I don't hate it. This is just a tick below that for me. So I give this a 4.
Wow.
Did you already say your favorite and least favorite? Oh, that's right. Your favorite was Chuck Connors.
Connors is my favorite.
And least favorite was Chuck Connors.
That's right. That's right. I remember.
Yeah, but I mean, Chuck Connors is, I guess, trying to get into the genre because what was the other movie? Even High Desert Kill. I think he did that after this movie.
Yeah, I think more importantly, I think Chuck Connors was just looking for a paycheck. More importantly, I think that's what these movies and these things he was doing were. That's just my understanding and my take.
Could be.
He was just looking for a paycheck, you know.
Yeah.
I understand, Colonel, you've been on tap for many of our saucer attacks.
I'm in charge of field operations, sir.
You believe there are such things as flying saucers, Colonel?
Yes, sir.
You've seen them?
Yes, sir.
You realize there's a government directive stating that there is no such thing as a flying saucer?
Yes, sir.
You stand by your statement that you've seen flying saucers?
Well, yes, sir.
This could mean a court-martial, admitting this against direct orders.
General Roberts, may I speak freely?
You may.
How could I hope to hold down my command if I didn't believe in what I saw and shot at?
I like you, Colonel.
Thank you, sir.
There are flying saucers. There's no doubt they are in our skies. They've been there for some time.
What are we going to do about them?
Who knows?
Then they really are there.
I thought you were convinced of that.
I am.
We've had contact with them.
Contact? How?
Radio.
They speak our language?
Well, not quite. We've received messages from their spaceships. For a while, it came in as just a lot of jumbled noise.
And now, sir?
Well, since they first tried contact with us by radio, we've developed a language computer. A machine that breaks down any language to our own.
General, what's this all got to do with me?
Well, you've been in charge of saucer field activity for a long while. I think it's about time you heard these recordings. Do you mind?
Mind? Huh, I'm anxious.
This is Eros, a space soldier from a planet of your galaxy. I fully realize our language differences. However, I also know you finally have perfected the dictolobotary, or as you on Earth call it, the language computer. So you can now understand that which I speak. Since the beginning of your time, we have been far beyond your planet. It has taken you centuries to even grasp what we developed eons of your years ago. Do you still believe it impossible we exist? You didn't actually think you were the only inhabited planet in the universe. How can any race be so stupid? Permit me to set your mind at ease. We do not want to conquer your planet, only save it. We could have destroyed it long ago if that had been our aim. Our principal purpose is friendly. I admit we have had to take certain means which you might refer to as criminal. But that is because of your big guns which have destroyed some of our representatives. If you persist in denying us our landings, then we must only accept that you do not want us on friendly terms. We then have no alternative but to destroy you before you destroy us. With your ancient, juvenile minds, you have developed explosives too fast for your minds to conceive what you are doing. You are on the verge of destroying the entire universe. We are a part of that universe. This is our last...
That's the end of that one. Atmospheric conditions in outer space often interfere with transmitting.
How many of these recordings do you have, General?
An even dozen up to now. This was the last one. We received it over a month ago.
Do you think they mean business?
We can't afford to take any chances. Come over here. You ever been to Hollywood?
Oh, a couple of times, a few years ago.
You're going to be there in the morning. Just a few minutes from Hollywood, in the town of San Fernando, reports have come in of saucers flying so low the exhaust knocked people to the ground. There have even been stated claims of saucer landings. Major Carlson will replace you while you're out there. You're the best man for the job of attempting to contact them. Find them, Colonel. See what in hell it is they want. All right, sir. These are confidential reports, Colonel. Read them over carefully on the plane. Turn them over to intelligence when you get to Los Angeles. They'll have further orders for disposition. Yes, sir. Colonel Edwards? Yes, sir. Good luck. Thank you, sir.
We are ready to report, Excellency.
You are many days late.
It was unavoidable. We tried to transmit via televisor, but atmospheric conditions made transmission impossible.
You should have transmitted as soon as conditions permitted.
I thought time was of the essence. Suspicion has fallen upon our movements. Our ships have been viewed near the point of operations.
And what has this added time gained, Eros?
We have successfully risen 3 of the dead ones.
Permit me to see one.
Bring in the big one. Use your small electrode gun.
I have taken 2 ships from your command.
But that will leave only my ship.
It is necessary that you continue your mission alone. I have need of your other ships elsewhere. Even though you have risen 3 of the Earth's dead, the plan is far from successful. And you, Eros, must prove it an operational success before more time, energy, ships, and your countrymen may be spent on it.
We will not fail. Everything is on our side.
Not everything. You do not have the live Earth people. You reported that your ship was viewed at the scene of your present operations.
That is correct.
They have been viewed many times, but not at the scene of operations. Something must be done about that.
Stop him, Tanner. He's close enough. Turn off your electrode gun. No! No! Stop him, Tanner!
I can't get it. It's jammed.
Stop him, you fool!
Drop the gun to the floor, Tanner. The metal will break contact.
That was too close.
Yes. Bring the giant here that I may get a better look at him. Yes, he's a fine specimen. Are they all this powerful on planet Earth?
This one is an exception, Excellency.
What are the other 2 like?
One is a woman, the other an old man.
An old man, you say?
Yes, Excellency.
This gives me a plan. Put the big one away.
Pick up your electrode gun. Make sure it's in working order before pointing it at him.
Whatever made it jam seems to have been cleared by the fall.
Take him back to the ship.
The old one must be sacrificed. Re-land on Earth. Send the old one to enter a dwelling. Then cut the electrokinetic and turn on your ship's decomposure ray. The result will astound those watching. Astound them enough to delay their intention until you have gained your other recruits from the cemetery.
Yes, Excellency. It'll be done.
Report to me when this has been accomplished.
Eros, the Earth people are getting closer to that which we fear. Since they will not listen or respect our existence, they cannot help but believe our powers when they see their own dead walking round again, brought about by our advancement and such things. As soon as you have enough of the dead recruits, march them on the capitals of the earth. Let nothing stand in your way. Their own dead will be used to make them accept our existence and believe in that fact.
Miss Strand. This is Colonel Edwards from Washington, D.C.
Good evening, Colonel.
Hello, Colonel. Colonel would like to ask you a few questions.
Questions? What about, Colonel? May I sit down?
Oh, I'm sorry. Please do.
I want to ask you about your strange experience the other night when you saw the flying saucer.
After that, the police brought me home. I hope I never see such a sight again.
Well, after your description, I don't think I'd want to see it either. One thing more. After you were forced to the ground by that blast of wind, was it a hot or cold blast?
It's kind of hard to explain. It wasn't hot, wasn't cold. It was just a terrific force. We couldn't get off the ground.
The light blinded me so badly, I couldn't see a thing. We could only feel the pressure of the wind until it was gone. When the glare left us, we could see a glowing ball disappearing off in the distance.
Which way?
Toward the cemetery.
This is the most fantastic story I've ever heard.
And every word of it's true, too.
That's the fantastic part of it.
Colonel, we found a lot of suspicious things out in that cemetery. But then again, didn't find anything to base a fact or suspicion on. Hey, do you hear anything? You see anything out there, Kelton?
Too dark, Lieutenant. But something started stinking awful bad.
There's something out there.
What do you make of that?
You got me. Didn't look that way a minute ago.
What about your man?
Oh, the excitement I forgot all about, Kelton. He'll be all right in a few minutes.
Did you see that thing? Did you get it?
We got it.
What was it? It didn't fall. I fired every bullet I had.
So did I. I don't know what it was or what happened. But unless that bag of bones over there can reassemble itself, it's out of the running now.
Do you want to do final thoughts? Johnny D, final thought before we...
Final thought is...
I want to know what he said about Kiss. That's what I want to know.
What I said about Kiss?
No. Sorry, I don't know his
What did
name.
you say
Somebody
about
said
Kiss?
something about a Kiss solo album. Who
mind.
said that?
I'm Rich.
Yeah.
Rich.
I might have said something about it. It's like I said, it's like a Kiss solo album.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on the solo album. That's a whole other sore spot. That's why it's a whole other subject. I had to do a little poke, you know. No, I'm a Kiss fan.
But
Any,
we know.
are we all Kiss fans? Kiss fans?
Yes.
I just everyone poo-poos on Peter Criss's solo album, and I say it's not that bad. It's Peter Criss's solo album is not the worst
I think
solo
it's the
album.
best of the bunch, but who am I to say? You know.
Well, there you go.
Because
This is the opportunity for you guys to plug it.
Everybody was making all their solo albums were all Kiss albums. Peter Criss went to his roots, and it was jazz and big band and bluesy, and it was just musically the best of the bunch, in my opinion.
Yep.
But do you know why,
There you
Triv?
go.
Do you
That's
know
all I'm
why?
saying.
If you want to know why, it's because that's the kind of sugar Papa likes.
That's right. That's right. It's the kind of sugar Papa likes. It's not no easy thing. Right? Oops, sorry.
But you matter to me. You matter to me.
But
You're doing like Kiss inside.
Do you guys want to?
he knows the Peter Criss.
They must be in the Kiss
He knows
Army.
the Peter Criss solo album, man. That's all I got to say.
Final
Awesome,
thought.
man.
Yeah.
Final thought is Peter Criss's solo album is not the worst.
Here's my final thought. On Retro Prism here, there's a show called Johnny D's Rock and Roll PhD that me and Raul do, and we're talking Kiss. We're doing Kiss albums. So you can find it. You can find Kiss albums. We're going to talk to Kiss people. And it's all going to be Kiss a lot. We're going to be doing a lot of kissing, right, Raul? We're going to be doing a lot of it, man. So that's my final thought. And, again, I show up here every week. I have no clue what's going to happen here. And I just roll with it. Not much else I can do. But thank you, Johnny Vintage, because you were with me early on, and I swear to God, I was busting the gut, dude. You were killing me.
You were killing me. We were killing each other, and we probably wish we had killed each other before we watched some of these videos.
Yeah. So that's my final. I'm ready to go. That's it for me.
All right, Vintage.
I don't hate that I had to watch these movies. I wouldn't watch them again, although I've watched them both twice here in the past couple weeks. But it's a time capsule for the period. 80s horror was lots of cheap B movie boobs and butts and all that stuff. I could have gone without really seeing them in my lifetime, but I saw them. I don't hate it. It's okay. I'll get over it. I don't know if I'll get over it seeing Chuck Connors in some of the scenes I've seen him in, but maybe I'll forget one day. I'll just smoke a lot of weed and try to forget about it. But thanks again. I can appreciate some of these picks and some I can't, but I don't have any really sarcastic to say. Frank really killed me with the Yoko Ono comment, so I don't really have anything to top that with.
All right, Sneaky, what about you?
Yeah, I didn't care for Flesh Eater, but I like Tourist Trap, and this was fun as always. Even if I really hate a film, I'm glad I saw it. It expands my horror movie knowledge a bit, so I'm glad for the experience, and it was nice to have these gentlemen on. They're very funny, and I have laughed probably the most on this one that I have any of these. So.
Yeah,
cool.
And I want to thank you, Rich, because next to The Exorcist 2, Flesh Eaters was a movie I said I was never going to watch again. So thank you for making me watch it. I do. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I hadn't seen it in a long time. And
Exorcist 3 wasn't that bad, though. Exorcist 3 wasn't that bad.
If they had skipped over 2 and gone to 3, that would have been fine with me. But
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, oh gosh.
There it is.
Father
Oh,
Jack. There you go.
Again, I appreciate Exorcist 2 for Darth Locust. Just that's all I've got to say is Darth Locust. And the rest of that movie is except for the soundtrack.
Soundtrack is banging.
was all right, but
Triv, Rich, Tim, any final thoughts before we shuffle off here? Or?
my final thoughts is, first of all, this was a great time. Thanks for offering to do this. It was great. And I don't mind watching bad movies. You know, I mean, I knew what I was getting into. As soon as I saw the box, the cover of the Flesh Eater, I knew kind of going in what to expect. Then after the first 30 seconds, I'm like, all right, it is what it is. I'm going to go with it. So it is what it is. But to watch Tourist Trap again and to talk with other people about it, some who have seen it for the first time, I really enjoy doing things like that.
Yeah.
So I think we just had a great time. I mean, I love doing stuff like this. So just want to say thanks again, and I had a blast.
Yeah, actually, you know, I got to defend myself a little bit.
Uh-oh.
You said they want us to do this show. I was all for it, and you said, "What movie should we do?" You suggested.
I did because I felt bad because you always pick these movies for the event, and they got nothing.
Yeah.
But actually, Flesh Eaters actually got like 5 votes. I'm like, who are these 5 people that are voting for this stupid movie?
Because I bought the DVD, but I probably wouldn't have picked Flesh Eater if I'd known this movie that we really loved.
I was tossing you a bone, thinking.
I know you tossed me a bone, but that bone turned out to be right.
Man, I tossed you a piece of.
I would not have picked Flesh Eater because now it looks like I think it's a good movie. I think it's a funny movie. It wasn't as good as I remembered, but I probably would have picked something else. So now my reputation is disdained because you think that I think that was a good movie, which I did not. But I thought that
here is shot. Trust me.
Yeah,
you have no reputation.
Yeah, my reputation is done. I'll never be back.
Why do you keep choosing these movies to be put on the list?
Because I thought it'd be a fun movie, okay? Like They Live was not really a fun movie. It was monotonous. It was boring. Nothing happened. At least you would have laughed and groaned at this. And on the big screen. And boobs.
Yeah, that's why I got to see that movie on a bigger screen. Get the hell out of here.
Now remember, all those boobs and things that you saw in Flesh Eaters are now in your 70s. You dirty boys.
So
but
Tim,
you know, I probably would change my pick if I had
Tim,
known.
final thought.
Final thought.
Come on, Tim from Akron.
Tim,
Watch
you
the
want to
Midnight
inject
Movie
some
for more fun
sanity
like
in here
this.
or what?
I think it's too late for that.
Yeah. Well, keep him right. He anchored us.
Yep.
That's the spirit.
Well, I'll tell you what.
But we had a lot of fun, though. We appreciate you guys.
We're going to have you guys back on. I can't wait to see what the next picks are going to be. And if you want to talk about
let's
movies,
do this again.
Tune in next
I can do
week.
better. I can do better.
Oh, well, you could do worse.
You can do
Maybe
worse.
I shouldn't say that. because-
Oh yeah, trust me, he can.
Please.
I like Turkish movies.
Yeah. Oh God.
Now you stay close to the officer, honey.
I'd feel safer with you.
Now the lieutenant knows best.
Oh, I don't like it, but I guess there isn't much I can do about it.
You have a gun?
No.
You know how to use one?
After 4 years in the Marine Corps,
Here.
you think we'll need these?
You never tell. Let's get going.
Would expect to find out here.
Well, there's only one answer to that, Mr. Trent. We'll know when we find it. Inspector Clay's grave's right over here.
Is that the one you told me was broken into?
Yes.
This it?
Yeah.
Looks to me like someone had broken out instead of in.
I figured that, but that's impossible.
I wonder.
Look, Colonel, some things just can't happen.
Yeah, well, after that apparition that was draped across Mr. Trent's patio, I would say we should keep our minds open to anything.
Look, Colonel, I'm a policeman. I've got to deal in facts. But I guess I'll have to go along with you. You know, I'll bet my badge right now we haven't seen the last of those weirdies.
They'll discover our ship soon.
You're going to let them find us?
It's the only way. These are the same men who have been so close so often. They must be halted before they can inform others about us.
But there were others in the car.
They'll be taken too. Send the big one for the girl and the policeman. I'll turn on the dictorobatary so we may converse with them.
Barking up the wrong tree.
One thing a policeman learns, Mr. Trent, is patience.
Where's that burn spot you mentioned?
Right over there. Look. We'll investigate, but move carefully.
A moment or two more, and you will be the first live Earth people ever to enter a celestial ship.
Wow. Boy, how can anything that big hide for so long a time?
Never heard metal sound like that before. What do you see?
Only my reflection. Must be some kind of one-way glass.
I wonder how you get into this thing.
I'm not sure I want to find out.
They're just outside. You can open the outer hatch now.
Look out!
You going in that thing?
That's what we're here for.
I don't know. The way these things speed around, we might just get in there and off it goes.
That's a chance we take.
Well, I took a chance on those earlier airplanes. Might just as well see what the inside of one of these looks like. Got your guns ready?
I'll tell you one thing. If a little green man pops out of me, I'm shooting first and asking questions later.
They're in the outer chamber now. Eros, do we have to kill them?
Yes.
Seems such a waste.
Well, wouldn't it be better to kill a few now than, with their meddling, permit them to destroy the entire universe?
You're always right, Eros.
Of course. But those are not my words. Those are the words of the ruler.
You two stay right where you're at.
We will do as you command. For the moment.
No for the moment about it. You just do as I tell you.
You do not need guns.
Maybe we think we do.
They would be of no use to you now.
They've been mighty useful before on Flesh and Blood. And you two look like you've got a lot of both.
True, they would be effective upon us.
If you were to have the opportunity to use them...
Mister, if you don't get away from that control board, I'll show you just how effective they can be.
Shall we talk now or wait? Your friends will be here shortly.
What friends?
Those you left at the vehicle.
If you've done anything to Paula...
Take it easy, Mr. Trent.
Oh, I assure you no harm has come to her. Would you like to see?
Next time you try that, I won't aim at the board.
You're a headstrong young man. I was only going to turn on the televisor so you could see her movements.
Go ahead, my friend, but move very carefully.
She's only fainted.
You fiend.
I? A fiend? I am a soldier of our planet. I? A fiend? We did not come here as enemies. We came only with friendly intentions, to talk, to ask your aid.
Our aid?
Yes, your aid for the whole universe. But your governments of Earth refused even to accept our existence. Even though you've seen us, heard our messages, you still refuse to accept us.
Why is it so important that you want to contact the governments of our Earth?
Because of death. Because all you of Earth are idiots.
Now you just hold on, Buster.
No, you hold on. First was your firecracker, a harmless explosive. Then your hand grenade. They began to kill your own people a few at a time. Then the bomb. Then a larger bomb. Many people are killed at one time. Then your scientists stumbled upon the atom bomb. Split the atom. Then the hydrogen bomb, where you actually explode the air itself. Now you can brings the total destruction of the entire universe served by our sun. The only explosion left is the Solarmanite.
Why, there's no such thing.
Perhaps to you, but we've known it for centuries. Your scientists will stumble upon it as they have all the others. But the juvenile minds which you possess will not comprehend its strength until it's too late.
You're way above our heads.
The Solarmanite is a way to explode the actual particles of sunlight.
Why, that's impossible.
Even now, your scientists are working on a way to harness the sun's rays. The rays of sunlight are minute particles. Is it so far from your imagination they cannot do as I have suggested?
Why, a particle of sunlight can't even be seen or measured.
Can you see or measure an atom? Yet you can explode one. A ray of sunlight is made up of many atoms.
So what if we do develop this solarite bomb? We'd be even a stronger nation than now.
Stronger. You see? Your stupid minds. Stupid!
That's all I'm taking from you.
Get back here, you jerk!
Let him finish.
It's because of men like you that all must be destroyed. Headstrong, violent, no use of the mind God gave you.
You talk of God?
You also think it impossible that we too might think of God? You, who wear the uniform of your country. You see, I wear the uniform of my country. Yes, we've had to use drastic means to get to you, but you left us no alternative. When you have the Solarmanite, you have nothing. Nor does the universe.
You speak of Solarmanite, but just what is it?
Take a can of your gasoline. Say, this can of gasoline is the sun. Now, you spread a thin line of it to a ball, representing the earth. Now, the gasoline represents the sunlight, the sun particles. Here we saturate the ball with the gasoline, the sunlight. Then we put a flame to the ball.
the flame will speedily travel around the Earth, back along the line of gasoline to the can, or the sun itself. It will explode this source and spread to every place that gasoline, our sunlight, touches. Explode the sunlight here, gentlemen. You explode the universe. Explode the sunlight here, and a chain reaction will occur direct to the sun itself and to all the planets that sunlight touches, to every planet in the universe. This is why you must be stopped. This is why any means must be used to stop you. In a friendly manner, or as it seems, you want it.
He's mad.
Mad? Is it mad that you destroy other people to save yourselves? You have done this. Is it mad that one country must destroy another to save themselves? You have also done this. How then is it mad that one planet must destroy another who threatens the very existence?
That's enough! In my land, women are for advancing the race, not for fighting man's battle. Life is not so expansive on my planet. We don't cling to it like you do. Our entire aim is for the development of our planet.
What happened to you?
How come you're all alone? I asked for lots of help.
You sounded drunk or something on the radio.
If I didn't see it with my own eyes, I'd never believe it.
Believe what?
It was horrible. And he almost broke my shoulder.
Look, what are you trying to say? If you don't make sense, we'll never get to the bottom of this. Now, who slugged you?
Inspector Clay.
What?
It was Clay, all right. Only not like we remembered him. Well, his leg was busted into, wasn't it?
Next, you'll tell me you saw skeletons.
We did, earlier.
Now I know you're off your rocker.
All of us saw it. The lieutenant, the colonel, everybody.
Where's the lieutenant now?
We've got to find him. Mrs. Trenner's gone. I was left here to guard her. But Clay showed up and put me out of the running. And the second time tonight, and I'm getting darn tired of it.
Which way were they going?
Off that way.
Come on!
Then one day it could all be gone. In one big puff of smoke and ball of fire. All that out there, the stars, the planets, all just an empty void.
You two had better come along with us.
Come with you? Where?
To the police station.
So it seems you think you have the upper hand. Look out that window.
Jeff.
She is unarmed, but he would kill in seconds if I so choose.
Holy cow! Look there. It's Clay, all right. There's no mistaking that.
And he's got Mrs. Trent.
Get your gun ready.
From all I've seen tonight, guns won't do any good. Clay is dead, and we buried him. How are we going to kill somebody that's already dead? Dead! And yet there he stands. That other one earlier, I emptied a full clip into.
I'm seeing it. That's the only reason I'm listening to you. Look, I've got an idea. Hurt him or not, we've got to try something. I'm going to sneak up behind him and whop him over the head. That ought to make a move. Follow me. Even when Clay was alive, he couldn't run fast enough to catch me. So when he does, you grab Mrs. Trent and run like lightning in the opposite direction.
Oh, you think it'll work?
Know of anything else to try?
Oh, I'll be all right. Take care of the others.
Your men have felled the big one. This could only happen because the electrode ray is off. He'll walk again when I turn it on.
Hold it. Right there. Suppose the lieutenant and the others are in that thing.
Well, supposing there are Martians or something in there.
Come on, let's go. Open up in there. Open up. Get that door open. Colonel, I wouldn't know one switch from another.
Hold on to him, Eros. I'll have the ship in the air in a minute.
Get out of here, Jeff. The ship's on fire. I wonder if that's the last we'll see of them.
Perhaps. But sooner or later, there'll be others.
Look!
Have they caught that woman? That thing yet?
Hey, that's right. There's another ghoul running loose.
And it's my guess that she'll look like him. With the ship and the ray gun gone, they have no control. We gotta hand it to them, though. They're far ahead of us.
My friend, you have seen this incident based on sworn testimony. Can you prove that it didn't happen? Perhaps on your way home, someone will pass you in the dark, and you will never know it, for they will be from outer space. Many scientists believe that another world is watching us this moment. We once laughed at the horseless carriage, the airplane, the telephone, the electric light, vitamins, radio, and even television. And now some of us laugh at outer space. God help us in the future.
Hope you enjoyed it.
It was a lot of fun, though. It was nice being invited down with the Fab Four to talk. They said they might even invite us again.
I like how they said he hasn't laughed that hard like ever on the show. So at least we had a lot of fun.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
They'll remember that. They'll say, man, the middle of the movie guys, man, I remember laughing my off, you know?
Yeah. You know who didn't say a lot? Tim on that
Tim
episode.
didn't say...
You remind me of the mannequin with tourist strip.
Yeah, he didn't say nothing. You know why?
Why?
Because he didn't watch you the movie.
I told you I'm substituting for Vern this week.
Yeah,
You're
that's
right.
So
you didn't do your
You did a
homework.
fine job.
he's carrying it like he did homework.
Yeah, he's got your old movie there.
He's like the guy that stands there with the broom in his hand but doesn't do nothing. So people walk by and it looks like you're, he's got the broom in his hand, must be doing something.
Yeah.
But you ain't doing nothing.
And yet here I am on TV.
That's right. This guy knows how to do it.
He's got a lot of comebacks. We can't have him here no more.
He does.
He might outshine us.
That's what he has written down there.
Yeah, that's his one-liners. Look at them now. Yeah, they're all written down here. Look at that. You big dummy. It's all on here. So, but anyways.
That was a good time. Talk with the Fab Five. Thanks again, guys. And hope you enjoyed tonight's movie. Yeah. This is back-to-back with there's no trivia, there's no yes or BS, there's no face-offs.
There ain't nothing.
So be here next week and we'll try to do better.
Can't do any worse, can we?
We could.
Get some sleep. See you next time.
You see? Your stupid minds. Stupid!